The hunger is a cold stone in the belly of the clown. For weeks, the wind has been a razor across the Great Plains, and the herds of giant deer have vanished, leaving behind only frozen wrecks and the scent of distant snow. They are a people of the edge. These early humans, pushed to the limits of their endurance. Kale, their leader, chews on a strip of dried lichen, the taste of dirt and desperation on his tongue. He sees the gauntness in the faces around him, the hollow look in the eyes of the children. Their sophisticated survival skills are failing against a world that has simply withdrawn its bounty. This is the brutal calculus of prehistoric life. Move, or die. They find the river by chance. A thin ribbon of water flowing from a fissure in the rock. But, unlike the others that are choked with ice, this one steams. A warm mist clings to its banks, and the stones beneath the surface are slick with a strange, green life. Hope, a dangerous and unfamiliar feeling, stirs in Kale's chest. He dips his hand in the water. It is unnaturally warm, with unspoken consensus. The clan turns to follow it, their backs to the starving plains, their faces toward the mist. The deeper they go, the more the world transforms. The landscape closes in, the grey rock walls of a gorge rising on either side. The air grows thick, heavy with moisture and the smell of rotten bloom. Giant ferns, taller than any man, droop over the riverbank. Moss hangs from twisted trees in thick, emerald curtains. It is a paradise born of a wound in the ancient earth, a pocket of impossible life. They find fruit, strange and sweet, and the tracks of small, fat lizards. The clan spirit lifts. They have found a refuge, a gift from the spirits of the world. But the world feels wrong. The air is still, yet there is a constant, low hum that vibrates in their bones. It is the sound of insects, but 1,000 times magnified, a deep thrumming that seems to come from the very air itself. Then, something blots out the sun. It is fast, a shadow that sweeps over them in a heartbeat. Kale looks up, his hand on the flint-tipped spear that has been his constant companion. He expects a hawk, an eagle. He sees something else. It has the body of a wasp and the wings of a dragonfly, but it is the size of a wolf. Its multifaceted eyes, each a universe of tiny lenses, glitter with an alien intelligence. Its wings, a blur of iridescent crystal, beat the thick air with a sound like tearing leather. This is a Meganeura, a ghost from a past so deep it has no name in the memory of any living thing. It hovers for a moment, a perfect predator silhouetted against the canopy, then darts away, its shadow racing over the terrified faces below. In that instant, the paradise becomes a prison. They see the source of the valley's warmth, steam hissing from a dozen geothermal vents along the rock walls. They are not in a sanctuary. They are in a trap, warmed for the convenience of its true, ancient masters. Panic is ascent, and it fills the humid air of the valley. The clan, a tight knot of terrified hominids, presses back against the cold, damp rock of the gorge wall. They have lived their lives as hunters, as the wielders of stone and fire, secure in their place at the peak of the world. That world is gone. Here, they are meat. The sky above is no longer a void of sun and cloud. It is a hunting ground. The incessant, deep-toned buzzing of the Meganeura is a constant threat, the sound of their own insignificance. Kale watches one of the creatures snatch a large lizard from a branch high above, its long, spiny legs caging the struggling reptile before it is lifted away into the canopy. The attack is silent, swift, and brutally efficient. They must move, but where? To stay in the open is to invite an attack from above. To enter the dense, fern-shaped forest is to walk blind into an unknown world. A young hunter, or low, points with a trembling hand. A dark cleft in the rock, a shallow cave 50 paces away. It offers shelter from the sky. It is their only hope. Kale gives a sharp, no grunt, no. They scuttle along the base of the gorge, a desperate, no crouching run. The children are kept in the center, their whimpers muffled by their mother's hands. Every shadow that flits across the ground makes them flinch. Then the ground itself begins to move. It is not an earthquake. It is a sound. A rhythmic, scraping, kicking noise that grows louder and louder, coming from the dense ferns they are trying to avoid, the vegetation parts. It is not one creature. It is a single entity, a living wall of polished, brown armor plating. A head with two waving antennae, each as long as a man's arm, emerges first. Then the body, segment after segment of it, propelled by a forest of legs moving in a sickening, hypnotic wave. This is Arthropleura, a millipede grown to the length of a fallen log, as wide as a man is tall. It is a river of chitin on legs, flowing through the forest, its immense weight crushing everything in its path. It is one of the most terrifying prehistoric animals imaginable. It does not seem to notice them at first. Its path will take it directly in front of their intended shelter. Or alone, driven by a fear that has curdled into aggression, raises his spear. Kale hisses a command to stop, but it is too late. The spear flies, a perfect arc of ash-wood and flint. It strikes one of the massive plates of the creature's exoskeleton and bounces off with a pathetic clink, the stone tip shattering. The creature stops. Its entire body seems to ripple, the antennae lower, sweeping the air where the clan huddles. It has found him. The hard choice is gone. There is only the cave. Now, Kale roars. The first word he has truly spoken. The clan breaks cover. A mad dash across the open ground as the colossal arthropod begins to turn its impossible length toward them. The sound of its hundreds of legs scraping on stone like a landslide. They make it to the cave, tumbling inside, a gasping pile of terror and relief. The gaping mouth of the Arthropleura is too wide to follow, its armored head scraping uselessly against the rock. But it does not leave. It waits, a patient sea janitor, its antennae twitching, sampling their scent. Above, the Meganeura circle, they're buzzing a hungry counterpoint to the scraping below. The clan is pinned, trapped between the earth and the sky. Always purse. The dim light from the cave mouth begins to fade. Thirst and fear become a single, sure hope. This is a battle of attrition they cannot win. Their intelligence, the very thing that defines their branch of human evolution, seems useless against such primal horror. But Kale's mind is working. He watches the creatures. The dragonflies are fast, but they fear the deep shadows of the cave. The millipede is a fortress, but it is slow and its movements are predictable. Their spears are useless. Their strength is a joke. But they have one weapon the creatures do not. Fire. Primitive technology in the face of a biological nightmare. They have a few smoldering embers wrapped in moss and leather. A precious inheritance from their last camp. He looks around the cave. His gaze falls on the twisted, ancient pines growing near the entrance. Their bark creeping thick, amber-colored resin, an idea forms, born of desperation and a deep, ancestral knowledge of the forest. He communicates the plan with gestures and guttural sounds, a language of pure survival. It is a desperate act of cooperative action. The women and older children are sent to the back of the cave to coax the embers back to life, creating torches from dry branches. Kale and the other two hunters, Orlo and Fen, crawl to the very edge of the cave mouth. Under the terrifying watch of the waiting arthropod, they use their flint knives to scrape great handfuls of the sticky pine resin, smearing it thickly onto the tips of their spears. When the torches are ready, Kale gives the signal. The hunters light their resin-coated spearheads. The sap catches instantly, erupting not just into flame, but into a thick, acrid, black smoke. It is a crude but effective form of pyrotechnology. Tannins or low hurl their flaming spears into the dense ferns, aiming for the driest undergrowth. The fire spreads with a hungry roar. Kale waits. He watches the Arthropleura recoil from the heat, its antennae waving in confusion. Then, with a scream that is part rage and part prayer, he runs from the cave and thrusts his own burning, smoking spear directly at the creature's head. The flame itself does little, but the dense, choking smoke billows around its sensitive antennae. The creature, which breathes through openings along its body, convulses. The wall of smoke and fire is a language it understands. It begins to retreat, its massive body crashing through the burning ferns. This is their chance. Go, Kale screams, grabbing a torch and leading his clan out of the cave, back toward the gorge, shielded by a wall of fire in their own collective courage. They do not stop running until the buzzing fades and the air grows thin and cold again. They carry nothing with them but the embers of their fire and the searing memory of the valley. They have survived, but the encounter has irrevocably changed them. It has carved a new landmark in their mental map of the world. A place where on terror are the same thing. A place where humanity is not the measure of all things. This was not a hunt. It was an escape. It was a brutal lesson in humility. A reminder that the world of prehistory was filled with dead ends, evolutionary experiments, and forgotten nightmares. Their victory was not in killing the monsters, but in the intelligent application of fear. The realization that some forces of nature cannot be confronted, only outmaneuvered. Their flight from that emerald hell is a testament to the core of all survival stories. The ability to recognize when you are no longer the hunter, but the prey, and to use the one till you have left your mind, to rewrite the rules of the encounter. This is the account of the chronicler. Bear witness, and remember, what other lost worlds sleep just beneath the surface of our own?